Have you ever pondered over the eccentricities and whims of Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt? Such a question invites us into a world of fascination, a world that existed more than 2,000 years ago. Cleopatra, a name that echoes throughout history, was a woman of many eccentricities, born into a royal family, steeped in both Greek and Egyptian cultures. She was a product of her unique upbringing. Her royal lineage and the blending of two diverse cultures played a significant role in shaping her whimsical nature. Imagine a young Cleopatra growing up in the grandeur of the Ptolemaic court, absorbing the customs, traditions, and eccentricities of two of the world's oldest civilizations. It's no wonder her life took on an air of mystery and intrigue, her persona becoming a captivating enigma for the ages. Her life was a fascinating blend of power, allure, and oddities that continue to intrigue historians and enthusiasts alike. Cleopatra's eccentricities began to surface right from her early years. Raised in the vibrant city of Alexandria, she was exposed to a world of knowledge and culture that shaped her unique personality. Her education was far from ordinary. Not only did she master several languages, she also developed a keen interest in politics and leadership, a pursuit unusual for women of her time. Her early years were marked by a thirst for knowledge and a boldness that set her apart. She was not just a passive recipient of her education, but an active participant, constantly questioning and challenging the norms. This audacity was evident in her decision to ally with Julius Caesar. This was a risky move, even audacious, as it defied the conventions of her time, but Cleopatra was never one to shy away from risks if they promised rewards. These early eccentricities laid the foundation for the intriguing personality Cleopatra was to become. As Cleopatra matured, her eccentricities became even more pronounced. One of the most captivating chapters of her life was her relationship with Mark Antony, a Roman statesman. The love story of Cleopatra and Antony is not just a tale of romance, but also a reflection of Cleopatra's political acumen. She knew that to preserve Egypt's autonomy, she needed an ally in Rome. Yet the relationship was not purely strategic. Antony was smitten by Cleopatra's charm and wit, and she, in turn, found in him a partner who appreciated her intelligence and shared her love of luxury. Speaking of luxury, Cleopatra was known for her extravagant displays of wealth, whether it was sailing on a ship adorned with gold, wearing robes of finest silk, or hosting feasts that would make today's billionaires blush. Cleopatra's opulence was legendary, but this wasn't mere indulgence. It was a calculated show of power, a statement to her subjects and the world that Egypt was prosperous under her rule. Her ruling style, too, was unconventional. Unlike many rulers of her time, Cleopatra took active interest in the affairs of her kingdom. She was a polyglot, speaking several languages, which allowed her to communicate directly with her subjects, a rarity among Hellenistic monarchs. Her reign was marked by significant administrative reforms and ambitious building projects aimed at restoring Egypt's former glory. Perhaps the most audacious of her eccentricities was her decision to declare herself a living goddess. This was not merely a delusion of grandeur. In the context of ancient Egypt, where the pharaoh was considered a divine figure, Cleopatra's claim was a strategic move to consolidate her power. To her contemporaries in Rome, however, this was nothing short of shocking. These whims and eccentricities only added to the enigma that was Cleopatra, making her one of the most fascinating figures in history. Cleopatra's life was a kaleidoscope of eccentricities and whims. This Egyptian queen, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt, was a woman of audacious political moves and extravagant displays of power and wealth. From the early days of her reign, she was known to bend the rules of convention, using her charm and cunning to maintain her hold on the throne. Her later years saw her eccentricities become more pronounced as she sought to ensure her dynasty's survival. She was known to have hosted lavish feasts, often dressed in extravagant garb, embodying the goddess Isis. She was unafraid to use her beauty and wit as a weapon, famously seducing two of the most powerful men of her time, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, to secure her position. Her audacious political maneuvers, her flamboyant displays of wealth and power, and her unabashed use of her personal allure all underline her unique and eccentric personality. Cleopatra's eccentricities, while bewildering, make for an intriguing study, cementing her status as one of the most captivating figures in history.